Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 680th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, for our 680th battle, we wanted to make something a little bit special, so I hope this battle fits the bill. It's an exciting battle for you to watch, and I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Man 2. Now, Man 2's got 10 pikes, 4 archers, 5 cavalry, heavy cavalry, and 1 fast moving cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his pikemen. Okay, so just gold shield, gold attack on his royal pikemen there. That's unusual because their morale's not very good. You usually get at least a stripe on them, but they've still got those long pikes that the enemy have got to try and fight down to kill the man on the other end. But gold shield, gold attack, in your opinion, guys, do you reckon that's enough for Macedonian pikemen? Here he's got his 4 Cretan archers. Now, if he spent that small amount of money on his infantry, I'm thinking yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking here. Count the upgrades on his companion cavalry, and you'll see that he's got fully upgraded companion cavalry. Okay, so that gives them, alright, a massive 16 attack, 23 defense, and Praetorian cavalry have got a 6 charge bonus, and you see how well they penetrate when they charge into infantry. Well, these guys have got a massive 9 charge bonus. So not only are they fully upgraded, they've got that massive 9 charge bonus, and I say fully upgraded, that gives them a 16 attack and a 23 defense. And then he's got a fast moving lancer unit there, which I'm sure he'll use to chase down archers or routing troops, or smash into the back of tired enemy troops there. So it'd be interesting to see how he uses this light cavalry unit there. So there's Man 2's army. It'll be interesting to see how well he does. As I say, just gold shield, gold attack on those pikes. Do you think that's enough? Be interesting to hear what you think. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius. Now, Aurelius has got 10 infantry, 5 archers, and 5 cavalry. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his infantry, and you'll see that the vast majority of his infantry have got 7 upgrades, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, that experience stripe really does make a difference. Quick look at the upgrades on his archers there, and you'll see he's got 7 upgrades on his archers as well, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So he's got some serious archers there as well. A quick look at his cavalry, and he's just got 7 upgrades, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. So I think that's a pretty good balanced Roman army there. It'd be interesting to see how well Aurelius does with that. And if you notice, he hasn't got his faction of choice, Greece, because somebody else took it before he could grab it in this battle. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member Schemer. We haven't seen Schemer, or his other name 8-Ball, for a long time, so it's nice to see him back on the battlefield. Now, Schemer has got 11 infantry, 3 archers, and 6 cavalry. And if you notice, he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. Okay, a quick look at his cavalry, see what upgrades he's got on his cavalry. And he's just got 7 upgrades on his cavalry, and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack there. So I say, nice to see 8-Ball, or Schemer, as a lot of you may know him there. And if you notice here within his infantry, you'll see that he's got an eagle unit, okay, to give that extra morale bonus to his infantry, as well as his infantry general there. So I say he's got a lot of morale going on there for his infantry. So as I say, it'd be interesting to see how well he does. He hasn't played for a long time, so he might be a bit rusty. And of course, our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, has got his very old Roman army of 13 infantry and 6 cavalry. So there's our team. It's got the potential to be a cracking battle for our 680th. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I thought we'd have a look at 8-Ball or Schemer as army battle formation here, as infantry formation there. You can see quite unusual. And if you notice there, can you see how he's protected his eagle, his morale-giving eagle unit, and his morale-giving general unit there, in a really good protected place in the centre of his battle formation there, guarded by urban cohorts all round them there. So I just thought that was interesting to see how he's guarded his unit. But can you notice anything about his battle formation? Can you see something that might be missing from his battle formation there if you look closely? Well, if you look at Aurelius, his battle formation there, you see Aurelius has got his 2 pilot shield units in open order in front of his main battle formation. If you notice here, Schemer hasn't got that. Okay, he's got an archer unit there, but whether he'd use that for a pilot shield unit, I don't know. Or whether that first unit there, he might open up as a pilot shield unit. But it'll be interesting to see as the battle unfolds how he uses that formation. And here is the other team. We have the host of this battle, Brotherhood member Crypto. Now Crypto has got 7 archers, 6 cavalry, 1 knight raider, 3 berserkers, and 3 chosen axemen. Okay, quick look at the upgrades on his archers there. He's got 5 upgrades on his archers, as you can see there. Just 5 upgrades there, and then we move on to his cavalry. You've noticed here he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry, and experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack. Did you know that even with 7 upgrades on, this gives them a 15 attack, a 23 defense, and I think they've got a 7 charge bonus. Okay, but something you might not know about these Gothic cavalry is they've actually got excellent morale, just like urban cohorts. Now if you look at the units in Rome Total War, to have excellent morale is very rare, but these Gothic cavalry have actually got that excellent morale and pretty good specifications there. Then we move on to Crypto's infantry. Let's say you got 1 knight raider there. Now remember, these knight raiders are good infantry in their own right, but they bring a big fear factor, taking morale away from enemy troops, destabilizing them and making them more susceptible to routing. So he's just got 1 knight raider there. Okay, and then he's got his 3 berserkers, the infamous berserkers there, with their effective against armor maces, their 2 hit points, their excellent specifications, and the massive fear factor that they also bring. Again, taking morale away from enemy troops, destabilizing them, making them more susceptible to routing. Just look at the difference in size between a berserker and an ordinary infantryman. I always think it's quite interesting to see the size of those berserkers. And then of course he's got his 3 chosen axemen. Now remember, those axes are effective against armor, and they can cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman infantry. Okay, so make no mistake, these guys can be very effective. But is that enough infantry for a Germanic army? What do you guys think? 7 infantry, is that enough? I'll be interested to see what you think about that. It's yeah, as I say, it'd be quite interesting to see what you think. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Pompey. Now Pompey's got 14 Spartans and 6 of the cheap mid-range archers. Okay, so as I say, he's gone for archers here, but he's gone for the really cheap ones, which are only middle range, like, you know, medium range there. And I like the battle formation that he's created there to protect his archers as much as he can. As you can see there, the way he's got his Spartans there to protect the flank if need be, if cavalry try and come round the flank. So I think he's tried to protect his archers the best way that he can there. Nice battle formation there by Pomp. And then their next teammate is Brotherhood member Uther. He's called himself Striker Q, but is in fact Brotherhood member Uther. Now, Uther's got 13 infantry, 1 peasant unit, and 6 cavalry. If you look at the upgrades on his infantry, he's just got gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. There, what I'd like to draw your attention to there is, if you notice, he's got a peasant unit within his pilot shield unit. Okay, now this is an old kind of tactic that Uther still use on the modern day battlefield. What he'll do is he'll stick that peasant unit slightly out in front of his urban cohort pilot shield units there, in the hope that that peasant unit will soak up all the enemy pilers from the enemy pilot shield units there, leaving his urban cohort pilot shield units basically untouched. That's what he'll be hoping for there. As I say, he'll stick that peasant unit out just in front of those urban cohort units there to attract the enemy pilers. As I say, hopefully leaving his urban cohorts basically intact. A quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and you'll see he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry, and experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So make no mistake, this is a tried and tested Uther army that he's used for many years. It'd be interesting to see how well he does during the course of the battle. Okay, their last teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman. Now Barclayman has got 11 infantry, 4 archers and 5 cavalry. He usually brings serious infantry. There you go. He's got an experience, stripe, gold shield, gold attack on all his infantry there. So as I say, he usually does bring serious infantry. He's got his 4 archers there as well. So that's a good bit of firepower he's bringing. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Okay, so he's only got gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry because he spent most of his money on his infantry. Now here's a fact for you here you might find interesting. We have actually got 22 cavalry units. They have only got 17. Okay, so we've got 22, they've got 17. They've got Germania, Greek cities, Rome, and roam. So they've got quite a diverse army there. Should be an interesting battle for you to watch. Watch out for the cavalry advantage. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, as we looked at before, you'll see that Uther has just popped that peasant unit out in front of his urban cohort pilot shield units there, hoping, as I say, to attract, I think it's schemers and pilers. That's what he's just sticking that peasant unit outlet in front of his, as I say, urban cohort pilot units there, pilot shield units there, just, as I say, and hoping that the peasant unit will attract schemers, pilers, leaving his urban cohorts intact there. That's what Uther's hoping for anyway. Meanwhile, over on our right flank here, you'll see that Crypto's running his well upgraded Gothic cavalry forward towards Mantu's light cavalry here. Okay, so there you are. You can see there he's chasing down, trying to chase that light cavalry unit with his Gothic cavalry. But one thing I wanted to show you here was, can you see how Mantu has actually run his archers way out in front of any protection that he's got for them there? I mean, if you look at his cavalry, I think they're just walking at the moment. Look at the trajectory that they're heading on. They're heading towards the rear of his pikes, not looking to protect his archers. Well, make no mistake there, Crypto would have spotted that, and it wouldn't surprise me if Crypto charged his cavalry forward, not only to try and take out that fast-moving cavalry unit, but to try and take out Mantu's Cretan archers. If you notice here, Crypto's brought his chosen archers forward here as well to start shooting at those Macedonian archers there. So a very aggressive, nice move here by Crypto. As we know, Crypto can be one of the most attacking players in the game, and that's exactly what he's looking to do here. I think he spotted that Mantu might not be paying attention to where his archers are in relation to support here. And bang, as that cavalry unit goes in there, it looks like he's going to rout that fast-moving cavalry unit there, which it's done. And now I'm guessing he's going to concentrate on the archers. He's already routed one unit of archers. Right, Mantu spotted the danger and is now running his fully upgraded companion cavalry over now towards him. But look, Crypto's brought another couple of his cavalry forward there to take out more of Mantu's archers. As I say, a very opportunist, very good tactical move there by Crypto. Look, taking out one of the Cretan archers there, expensive archer units there taken out. Another one here taken out by the cavalry, and he's looking to take another one out there as well. So as I say, a nice opportunist and nice tactical move there by Crypto with his cavalry. And as you can see there, he's killing a lot of Mantu's archers. Now if you notice, you can see Mantu's cavalry are still sat back there. Now I don't know whether he's sat back there because he's worried about archer damage from Crypto's archers there, but Crypto's making full advantage of that, because he's running his cavalry forward to take out another one of Mantu's archer units here. But now if you notice, can you see Crypto's running his archers forward there to probably try and get in range of those Macedonian pikemen there. Okay, so let's pause the game here. Okay, so you can see here that Mantu has run his pikes over there to try and counter the Greek cities. Now, just to show you here, just look at the length of those Macedonian pikes, okay, in comparison, okay, see the length of those pikes in comparison to the short spears of the Spartans. So Mantu knows that the Greek city's general Pompey won't want to take his pikes on head on. Okay, he won't want to take them on head on unless he's got a plan like to try and hold and pin them when he takes units around the flank. But in general, you don't want to put your Spartans up against Macedonian head on. Right here you can see, as I say, Uther now has moved his peasant unit further out to the front of his battle formation there, trying to attract expensive archer arrows onto that cheap peasant unit as well. So as I say, that's an old school tactic that Uther still uses very effectively there. Okay, but meanwhile over here on our right flank, you can see here now Crypto's got his chosen archers shooting probably at that companion cavalry. That's why I think Mantu kept his cavalry back a little bit there, because he was worried about archer fire damage. But now you can see him charging his fully upgrading companion cavalry forward. Now I think the only thing that Crypto can do here is to attack the companion cavalry, otherwise Crypto's going to lose all his archers. And bang! bang, as that cavalry smashes in there. Okay, so you've got well upgraded Gothic cavalry. Plus, you can see here that Crypto has alt-attacked his chosen archers here. Can you see they've got their daggers out, their small little swords there? So he's alt-attacked his archers. Plus, he's got his well-upgraded Gothic cavalry charging in to Man 2's companion cavalry there. It wouldn't surprise me if he alt-attacked all his archers there as well to try and take out Man 2's companion cavalry there. But what I think Crypto's missed here is that Aurelius, with good battlefield awareness, has spotted what's going on, and he's brought his cavalry over here, and he could now smash into the back of that Germanic cavalry. Okay, but I think if Crypto wants to save his archers, I think this is all he can do, because he's actually advanced his archers quite a bit forward as well here. And bang, as that Gothic cavalry charges into companion cavalry there. Plus, as I say, you can see the archers alt-attacked in there as well. But here comes Aurelius' Scipii cavalry. As I say, good battlefield awareness here by Aurelius. And he's going to charge into the rear of that Germanic cavalry. And bang, as it smashes in there. Nice hit there. You can see his other units coming in there as well, and bang, they smash into the back of that Germanic cavalry. So now Crypto's got all his cavalry and his archers there that he's alt-attacked. Now remember, we already had a cavalry advantage of 22 cavalry against their 17, and if we rout all this Germanic cavalry, we're going to have a massive cavalry advantage here. We already had, what, a 5 cavalry advantage. Now notice here now, so between Man 2 and Aurelius, they have routed now all the Germanic archers and all the Germanic, well-upgraded Germanic cavalry. Okay, and now my guess is that he's going to chase them down with his fast-moving cavalry unit. Man 2 will do that, so not allowing any of those units to rally. Okay, remember, when you rout a large group of enemy troops, make sure you chase them down. Don't let them rally, or rallied troops can come back and kind of bite you in the butt. So you need to chase these units down. And as I say, we already had a 22 cavalry advantage over 17. Right, you can see here the Greek city's general has moved his troops back. Remember, he was a lot closer to the Macedonian pikemen there than he is now. He's moved his Greek city formation back away from the pikes. Okay, he's still got his cheap archers there, probably shooting into the Macedonians. And over here on our left flank here, you can see that we're facing the two enemy Roman armies of Julii and Brutii there. So that's what we're doing there. I mean, we could attack, I suppose, because we've got 3 Roman armies this side and they've only got 2. So that's something that we may well look to do, possibly. But as I say, over on the right flank here, we've taken out all of Crypto's archers and all of his well-upgraded cavalry. And as I say, just to remind you, we had a 22 cavalry against their 17. And now we've taken out all their Germanic cavalry. We have now got a massive cavalry advantage, even more than what we had before. So that's good news for us. Now, I just want to draw your attention here. Can you see that Crypto's bringing his Germanic infantry over to this flank? And the reason he's doing that is obviously he doesn't want to have anything to do with Man 2's pikemen, because remember, pikes and spears kill barbarian troops really quickly. So obviously Crypto won't want to have anything to do with these pikemen here, because he knows that his Germanic infantry would be killed very quickly. So what he's doing here, he's taking his Germanic army over to the right flank with his Julii and Brutii ally here, with a view, I'm thinking here, as I say, he's got his Brutii ally and his Julii Roman ally here. I think what he's looking to do is, with his allies, is to smash into our Roman troops there and maybe start a mass rout. Remember that Knight Raider unit and those Berserkers, backed up by his 2 Roman allies, smashing into us here, could well start a mass rout. Okay, so that's why he's moving his infantry over here and staying away from Man 2's pikes. Okay. Meanwhile, over on our right flank here, you can see that they're really chasing down the enemy archers there. You can see now that Uther's brought his Julii cavalry over here. Okay, you can see there that Julii cavalry, but he must be careful he's not caught now, because as I say, with the massive cavalry advantage we've got, you know, he could lose his cavalry as well. Right, you can see now that Uther's Julii cavalry being hit by our Scipii allies cavalry. Now we'd like to see this other Scipii cavalry charge into the back of Uther's Julii cavalry. Can you see my SBQR cavalry coming into the fray as well? I've come all the way over from the other flank here to try and smash in there. Remember, I'm right on the other flank there, but I thought, well, I'll take my cavalry over to this flank here just to help take out the last of the enemy cavalry on this side here, which is Uther's Julii cavalry. So you can see I'm going to charge mine in. It wouldn't surprise me if Uther disengaged, which he's done. That's a good tactical move for Uther. Move his Julii cavalry back out the way over towards his Greek city's ally. Let's pause the game for a second. So make no mistake, that's a good tactical withdrawal move there by Uther. He disengaged and is moving over towards his allies. Now see these Spartans coming towards my SBQR cavalry. Of course, I just need to pull away from those Spartans. Don't want anything to do with those anti-cavalry spearmen there. Quick, run away, my cavalry. Run as fast as you can. That's it. Good. Get away from those Spartans there. Okay, so that was a nice bit of support there by Pompey coming over to help Uther's cavalry there with his Spartans. Okay, so as I say, we got this cavalry advantage. Now we've taken the Germanic cavalry. As I say, we already had a big cavalry advantage. We've got a massive cavalry advantage now. And here you can see Uther's Julii cavalry moving over to the other flank. Now what I'm thinking is, if Uther and Barclayman combine their cavalry, okay, they may well be able to do a little bit of damage over on the other flank in coordination with Pompey's Greek cities. Okay, so that's something that maybe they may well do there. That's something that the enemy team may well be thinking about there. Okay. But over here on our left flank, you can see both the enemy Brutii and enemy Julii infantry moving forward towards us, plus that Germanic infantry as well. Now make no mistake, the Berserker units and the Knight Raiders backed up by enemy infantry could do a lot of damage to us here. Now, if you notice here, can you see Aurelius has taken his formation here to attack the enemy Julii troops, but can you see his flank is wide open to Brutii attack? Not just infantry, but cavalry as well. So my guess is that Aurelius will pull his infantry back there, because that's a very dangerous position for his infantry to be in, as I'm sure you all can see there. He needs to pull his Scipii army back, or he could get smashed on his left flank there. You can see the Germanic general spotted that straight away and was really running his troops towards Aurelius's infantry there. Okay. So here you can see I'm setting my SBQR infantry up to face the enemy Julii infantry. But as I say, you can see that Germanic infantry moving over with the Berserker units in, and the Knight Raider units and those chosen Axemen. Okay, make no mistake, they want to hit our Roman armies over here in the intention to try and start a mass rout. Right, let's pause the game for a second here. Okay, so a bit of danger here I think we could look at. Can you see that the Greek city's general has thrown in a couple of Spartan units there to pin, I think, to pin and hold the Macedonians there, while he gets his Spartan units round the flank. Okay, you make no mistake there, Pompey wouldn't put his units there head on against those Macedonians unless he had a plan. And I think his plan is here to bring those Spartans round the flank of the Macedonians and then roll them up from right to left. That's what I think Pompey's plan is there. Okay, but meanwhile over here on our left flank, you can see the Germanic general has brought over his chosen Axemen, his Knight Raider unit, and those 3 Berserker units there, ready to throw in to our Roman armies, backed up by his Roman allies there. Okay, so as I say, the Germanic general here would love to get a mass rout going, but I always think, you know, when you charge your Berserkers in and the Germanic army in, you need cavalry support to kind of ram home the attack. I don't know what you guys think, but that's whenever I've used Germania in the past, I've always made sure that my allies and my Germanic cavalry charge in with the Berserkers there to ram home the attack. Right, you can see the Germanic general is now decided to attack my SBQR infantry there. See him running forward there? Get ready. Right, okay, so Crypto has now activated his 3 Berserker units there. Can you see? He's now activated the 3 Berserker units, so the massive fear factor will now be affecting all our Roman troops. Okay, as he charges forward, he's throwing all his Germanic 7 units of infantry in there, and he's probably hoping that his allies are going to throw in their infantry as well to support. He needs cavalry, as I say, to ram home the attack. You see what I mean? If the Brutii and Julii cavalry charged in behind those Berserkers, they would literally ram home the attack and could start a mass rout. But just charging the Berserkers in with the Germanic infantry and maybe a little bit of help from the Julii infantry, I'm not sure they're going to have that much effect. You see what I mean? And this is a nice move for Aurelius, moving his infantry up as well. Right, as we said earlier here, you can see Pompey's plan here, to take his Spartans round the flank of the Macedonians here and roll Mantu's Macedonian pikes up from right to left. He's got a spear unit out there to try and put off any cavalry attack onto his Spartans as he moves round the flank there. So as I say, that's Pompey's plan. Pin and hold the Macedonians at the front, bringing units round the flank. See how he's pinning and holding them with his forward units there? Well, he brings units round the flank. But as I say, look at the difference between the long pikes and the short spears. So he's going to lose some men in those forward units there, pinning and holding. But I think in the long run, he will have done the right thing. Okay, so this is a nice bit of support here by Aurelius. Seeing him moving his Scipii infantry forward there. Okay, nice bit of support there by Aurelius, because he's going to take some of the impact from those Berserkers. Okay, now you can see the enemy Brutii general sending his infantry forward as well. But really, as I say, I think charging your cavalry in behind those Berserkers, as I say, to ram home the attack, I think that's what was needed there to really get the most out of those Berserkers, charge bonus and fear factor. You know, that's what I think was needed. There was a massive infantry and cavalry attack as well as the Berserkers there to ram home the attack onto my infantry. But now you can see a lot of those Berserker units now are greatly weakened there. We hit them with pilot fire. They're being hit by archer fire as well. And there you can see now that Barclayman's throwing some of his Brutii units forward there. Okay, let's pause the game for a second here. Right, so as I say, Pompey's plan is coming together now. Can you see that Mantu's Macedonian units, remember they only had gold shield, gold attack on them, are being rolled up from right to left now by those Spartans. Okay, I'd just like to show you here a nice bit of support here by Uther, facing his cavalry towards our cavalry there, stopping us from smashing into the back of those Spartans with our cavalry advantage. Okay, and also if you notice, he's got his infantry close to his cavalry as well. So if we tried a big attack on his cavalry, he would just move infantry in as well there. So nice move there by Uther. A nice combination move actually between Uther and Pompey there with the Julii and those Greek city units. And as I say, you can see there that Mantu's units are being rolled up from right to left. But over here on our left flank and left centre, I think we're doing quite well. As I say, you can see that Barclayman's Brutii army there are charging in, trying to help the Berserkers. But as I say, those Berserkers needed help, to cause the mass rout that Crypto was probably after there. Okay, yes, we're being hit by fire arrows as well. As we know, fire arrows lowers morale as well there. Right, you can see I'm going to charge my cavalry in there. It wouldn't surprise me if the Brutii cavalry counter-attacked. And there goes my SPQR cavalry. Bang! As I smash in to that Brutii infantry there. What an impact that was there. As I say, it wouldn't surprise me if the Brutii cavalry counterattack. Right, I need to pull my cavalry out. I don't want to get hit. Stood still there by that Brutii cavalry, and bang! As that Brutii cavalry smash into the forward infantry units of my battle formation. If you notice there, can you see how he's really pushing in there? Right, meanwhile over on our right flank, bad news for us. Basically, all of Mantu's pike units, apart from his general, have now been taken out, and freeing up all these Greek city units and Julii units now to smash into my flank. As I say, Mantu's only got his general pike unit left. The rest of his pikes have been taken out, and as I say, you can see the enemy are looking to roll us up from right to left. They're going to smash into the flank of my battle formation there. Now also, I'd like to show you a great move by Uther here. Can you see? Yes, he's moved his cavalry out. Look how he's routing our cavalry units there, but also he's got infantry as well. He's doing a well-coordinated cavalry and infantry counter-attack here against our cavalry numbers. And look at the cavalry that he's routed already with that combination attack. Okay, so that was a good move there by Uther, starting to take our cavalry out there. So well done to him. But as I say, the Greek cities and Julii infantry now are ready to smash into the flank of my battle formation and roll us all up from right to left. Also, as I say, I'm getting smashed at the front by that Brutii cavalry. I think there's only a couple of Berserker units left, but they've still got that fear factor. Look at the enemy now charging into the flank, as I say, of my battle formation there. Okay, Greek cities and Julii troops pushing in there against my old battle formation there. So as I say, they are definitely looking to roll us up from right to left. Right, can you see I'm charging my cavalry in once again. Now I'm going to smash into that Brutii infantry in front of me, and bang, as they smash in there. Now you can see that the Brutii cavalry is counter-attacking. Bang! But now I would normally move my SBQR cavalry back out the way, but I'm not. Can you see I'm really pushing them forward, and I'm pushing infantry forward as well. Now the reason I've done that is because I've got more infantry there than the Brutii general. Okay, so what I'm figuring here is with my infantry advantage plus the cavalry I'm smashing in there as well, we could break through the Brutii battle line at this particular point. So that's why I haven't pulled my cavalry back. I'm pushing them forward with my infantry there, trying to break through. But here, look at the enemy Julii and Greek cities starting to attack the right side of my battle formation there. More Spartans coming in. As I say, they're looking to roll us up from right to left, as they did with Mantu's pikes. Over here on our left flank here, you'll see that Aurelius is fighting Barclayman, Schemers fighting some of Barclayman's Brutii infantry there. But as I say here, not looking very good for us on the right flank. The enemy are definitely rolling us up from right to left, as you can see. Right, get ready for this. Julii cavalry of Uther are going to smash into my battle formation, and bang, as it smashes in there. Look at the impact of that Julii cavalry penetrating my battle formation there. Now remember, we've looked at this old battle formation of mine, I think in the last battle. Remember, this is a morale-based infantry formation there. I think that formation, if that was just gold shield, gold attack, would have routed by now with the Berserker attacks and all these enemy infantry coming in from the front and that massive Julii cavalry attack that just smashed in there. I think it would have routed, but because it's a morale-based army, it hasn't done that. And you can see Uther there protecting the rear of his Greek city's ally against any cavalry attack. He's got his infantry there, ready to as I say, protect the rear of his Greek city's ally as that Greek city's army is rolling us up from right to left there. Okay, so as I say, things not looking very good for our army there, for our team there, as we're getting rolled up there. When Spartans start attacking your Roman army, you know that you're in trouble. Right, as I say, I've managed to punch a hole through that Brutii line there, as I wanted to do. I'm now going to hit those Brutii archers, and bang, as my cavalry smashes in there. But what really is bothering all of us here is this attempt by the enemy to roll us up from right to left. Okay, we're starting to bring some of our Roman infantry over there. That's a Macedonian general has just been taken out. Okay, so the bad news for us now is every single one of Mantu's pike units have now been taken out. Okay, so we've lost basically all his infantry. He's still got his cavalry left. His fully upgraded battle damaged cavalry he's still got left there, which I'm sure he'll use very well, and I think he's got the odd archer unit left. But as I say, all his pikes have now been taken out. That was a good plan there by Pompey, and it wouldn't surprise me if Pompey gets some really good kills in this battle after killing all those 121 man pike units there. Okay, but as I say here, when you've got Spartans attacking your Roman army head on, you know that there can be a problem there. Now if you notice there, you'll see Pompey really pushing in with his Greek city units there, and you can see there, I think the last of Uther's cavalry has just been taken out, so that's good news for us. And as I say there, you can see there's some more Spartan units coming in behind there. But if you look at Pompey's Spartan units, can you see how he's really pushing forward with those Spartan units, really making the most of their attacking specifications, making the most of their 2 hit points there. And you can see we're really being pushed back there by those Spartans. And you can see, as I say, a couple more Spartan units coming over there. Okay, our numbers look like we've got more than them, as you can see, but you know, Spartans can really make a difference there against Roman numbers. Look how Pompey is really pushing those Spartans into our Roman infantry, really engaging them there. Okay, so here you can see I'm charging my cavalry in there, and bang, as it took out another Julii unit there. Now just like to draw your attention here to, we've just taken out Barclayman's general there. You see Barclayman's there, I think that might be the last of his units there. That was a good opportunist hit there by Schemer's cavalry there to take out Barclayman's unit. And as I say, I think that's the last of Barclayman's Brutii units have now been taken out. Okay, so as I say there, you can see we're starting to try and move in onto this defensive position that the enemy team have adopted. You'll notice that both Uther and Pompey have still got their generals left. There's a couple of my SBQR units are being routed there by those Greek cities. But as I say, both Pompey and Uther got their generals left there, giving morale bonus to their fighting troops. Okay, but you can see we're moving in on those onto the Spartans there, trying to get an angle in behind them there with our cavalry. Okay, so make no mistake, remember we had a massive cavalry advantage at the beginning of the game, and now we've taken out all our cavalry. We've still got a massive cavalry advantage here. Now that could possibly make a difference. Right, so here you'll see that they've formed up into a good defensive position here, and you can see I think it's Schemer trying to get his troops around the flank. Okay, now this is a very difficult Greek cities formation to break here. When you've got like 4 Spartan units, one behind the other, you're not going to break that with Roman infantry. You can see here Aurelius charging in with his archers on the flank there, and you can see Pompey here keeping 2 Spartan units back in reserve. Now that's a good tactical move there. Okay, he can move them anywhere in that defensive formation now to plug any holes. But here, as I say, Schemer's trying to get his infantry around the flank here of the enemy. And as I say here, we're pushing forward into those Spartans there, but that part of the Spartan formation will be incredibly difficult to break. Okay, but here you can see here that we've got our Scipii cavalry in behind them there, and you can see that Schemer's moving his Scipii army around there. I've got my SBQR cavalry around it. Right, now all of a sudden here, Uther has decided to charge his infantry. Okay, he's going to charge his infantry into our allies' Scipii cavalry there. Well, of course, all our allies going to do is pull his cavalry back, probably slowly to draw him out, and then Schemer's infantry is going to smash into the flank of his infantry. Plus, I've got my SBQR cavalry here, locked and loaded, ready to charge in as well. So, Uther charging his infantry forward like that, towards that cavalry, I'm not sure if that was a good move or not. We just have to see here as he's moving his infantry forward there. Now, as I say, the Scipii general might just move his cavalry back slowly, which he is doing, to draw Uther forward, even more forward, and now we're going to charge into his flank. And now it wouldn't surprise me if the Scipii cavalry and Macedonian cavalry charged into him as well. Bang as they charge in there, bang as they smash in there. So Uther now looks to me like he's lost a lot of his infantry there. Can you see? As we've charged in with our cavalry and Schemer's infantry as well. So we did quite well there. I wasn't quite sure what Uther's tactic was, and the only thing I could see was he's looking to try and take out the Scipii cavalry. I don't know if you guys spotted anything that I might not have spotted there, but I couldn't see any other reason why he ran his infantry forward. And here you can see Schemer charging his cavalry in, bang, trying to smash through that particular part of their defensive formation, which it looks like he's done. He looks like he's getting his cavalry through there, punched a hole through that part of the battle formation there. Nice hit there by Schemer. Right, if you notice here, I've got my battle damaged cavalry here, but I'm looking for an angle to try and make the most use of these battle damage cavalry. As I say, I've only got a few left in each unit. I'm looking for an angle here to try and do the best damage I can. Try and follow Schemer's cavalry through there maybe, and smash into the back of those engaged Spartans. Can you see what I mean? Through there and smash into the back. As I say, I'll run my infantry forward to pin and hold those Spartan units there as I bring my cavalry through. I think that's something that I may well look to do there with my cavalry. But as I say, the Greek cities, I think, are holding extremely well there with the help of Uther. Remember, Uther's general's still alive, as well as Pompey's general's still alive, so there's still morale bonus going on there. Right, there you are. You can see, as I say, Schemer's cavalry is charged through there. Right, I'm charging my SBQR cavalry through the same punched hole as Schemer just made with his cavalry there. Like a bang as my SBQR cavalry smashes in to the rear of those engaged Spartan units there. I'm going to keep pushing forward there And as I'm moving my infantry forward as well to try and pin and hold those Spartan units, you'll see several of the Spartan units starting to rout now, as we've managed to take a lot of them out. Remember, our archers would have been shooting into these guys a lot as well, shooting a lot of fire arrows into them, lowering their morale. You can see the fire arrows going into those enemy troops there, as I say, lowering their morale. You've got, can you see the Macedonian companion cavalry there ready to charge in? Looks like they're ready to smash into the enemy. It may well go for Uther's general there, or he may well go for the Spartan, the flank of those two Spartan units there as he charges in. Look, and bang, as those cavalry units smash in there and take out those Spartan units there. And I think there's just a couple of Spartan units left. As I say, you can see Uther's general still alive at the moment, and Pompey's general still alive. Remember, morale, very, very important there. But as I say, our archers are shooting loads of fire arrows into them. As I say, you can see Pompey's general and Uther's general there. So as I say, still giving morale to their fighting troops there as we close in on them. But if you just look at the numbers now, our Scipii and SBQR troops definitely outnumber them there. And as I say, we've still got a cavalry advantage, and we've still got an archer advantage there, shooting loads of arrows into them as well. So as I say, you can see Uther's general has just been routed there, and all you've got left now is Pompey. There, did you see that unit glow there? That Spartan unit just glowed. They just got a battlefield promotion. Remember, when a unit does well in battle, you'll see it glow, and it's got a battlefield promotion. So that unit will have a stripe on it now. That general unit there, I think it was a general unit that got the promotion. Right, there's that that Macedonian cavalry charging. Bang! And it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. But as I say, this is a very, very spread out battle there. I mean, it is really spread out. If you look from one flank to the other, if you go all the way over to this right flank here, there you can see that's where the battle kicked off, where the Macedonians of Mantu and the Scipii cavalry of Aurelius took out Crypto's cavalry and archers on this particular flank. Do you remember that at the beginning of the battle? And there's another, looks like another cavalry battle there as well. It looks like a lot of cavalry there were engaged there as well. Another group where there was another battle. But over here, I thought this was interesting. Can you see where Pompey lost a lot of his Spartans there, taking on those pikes head on as he was pinning and holding them? Remember, that was his plan. Well, he got his Spartans around the flank. But can you notice there's not a lot of dead Spartans where they where they attacked at the flank. You can see he lost most of his Spartans there, fighting and pinning and holding the Macedonians head on. Remember, you don't do that unless you've got a plan with Spartans. And then he brought his Spartans around the flank. Look, and look, can you see he's hardly lost any Spartans at all when he was rolling up those Macedonians from right to left. So that was a good battle plan there by Pompey with his Greek cities. And here you can see well, the biggest piles of dead are around this area here, where I think the most intense part of the battle was here. As you can see there, just by looking at the piles of dead, I mean, as I say, really, really intense here. You can see cavalry and infantry here really intermingled, where there was a lot of smashing cavalry attacks there into infantry. And over on this flank here, you can see there's a lot of Brutii dead there and Scipii dead. As we move along the battle line there, you can see, as I say, masses of dead in this particular point here. So as I say, our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. And as I say, Mantu's got, I think he's got his archers there, still got an archer unit left, and I think he's got, what's that, one man left in that unit. Got another unit there, but he hasn't got a lot of men left. There's not one man in that unit there. So as I say, Mantu's units were basically all taken out there. So it just goes to show how much of a real battle of attrition this really was. And my guess is it's going to be a close victory. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a close victory, or do you think it might be more than that? As I say, the last of the enemy troops now are or rout him. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought everybody played well, and surprisingly it's an average victory. It must have just crept into average. I thought it would have been close. Highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Pompey with his Greek city units, over 2,000 kills. I think whenever you get over 2,000 kills in open battle, that's something special. So well done to Pompey there with his Greek cities, good micromanagement skills there. And he did extremely well there, so well done, killing all those Macedonian pikes, giving good kills. Well done to Crypto. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but he did lose his cavalry and his archers quite cheaply on that right flank of ours. So actually he did get some good kills with what troops he had left. As I say, well done to Pompey, highest kills in the game. Well done to Uther. I noticed he was supporting all over the battlefield there, really good moves there. And well done to Barclay, man, he did extremely well and holding on our left flank. So really well played, guys. That old army of mine kills, well, not brilliant, probably average there. It's not too bad. Well done to Schemer. I thought he did well there with his army, good support, good cavalry use. Well done to Aurelius, second highest kills in the game at nearly 1,600 kills for Aurelius. So well done to him, and well done to Man 2 as well with Macedon. Bearing in mind he lost all his pikes, I think he got some really good kills there. So really well done to him. So I hope you enjoyed this 680th multiplayer battle that we've put onto our YouTube channel, and as I say, I hope it was worthy of our 680th. It's Spartan Commander saying bye for now. Look forward to seeing you soon.